So we're going to start off with the MGC 4x4. I believe this cube comes in at about $20 on thecubicle.com. And it has light, fast, and a little bit locky turning. This one hasn't been set up. The Moyu has been set up a little bit, but this cube actually feels really nice without setup. So the cube is relatively quiet. It has big holes right by the corner to help with corner cutting, especially reverse, which this cube has pretty good. This cube pops somewhat, but not as much as the other YJ 4x4. The YJ Long Mini just pops way too much. This doesn't pop too often, but you will get some pops and lockups that cause like these centerpieces to twist or something. The inner layers are a little bit slow and have pretty strong magnets, but they're overall pretty good. The Moyu Aosu WRM 4x4 has a compact feeling that does quite feel nice. An anti-pop mechanism, and you don't get pops on this cube. This one actually does not belong to me. This is my friend's. He's just letting me borrow it right now. The cube has really nice feeling inner layers that are pretty fast. The cube has overall weak magnets. And feels really enjoyable to turn. I'd say the feeling is, again, very compact, pretty fast, and pretty controllable at the same time. It's honestly my personal choice 4x4. I need to get one, but I don't have one. I do think that I prefer this over the MGC for reasons I will get to later in the video, but that is an overview of the Aosu WRM. Moving on to corner cutting. So the MGC has pretty good corner cutting. Right there, I'd say maybe about 35, 40 degrees. You can cut 45 with a lot of effort, but it will technically cut. Reverse corner cutting is okay. You'd think it'd be better with how big the holes are, but it's overall pretty okay. And the inner layer corner cutting is actually not that good. And then inner layer reverse is honestly pretty not good at all. Whatever you call this, inner to outer layer corner cutting is okay. And then the reverse for that is actually just as good as the forward for whatever reason. That's the MGC. The Aosu WRM has a little bit worse forward corner cutting, but that's not a huge deal. Reverse is a little bit better than the MGC, which is surprising considering how much smaller the holes are on the Aosu WRM. The inner layer corner cutting is a little bit better, and the reverse inner layer corner cutting is about the same as the MGC. Inner to outer layer corner cutting is really nice on this cube. I really like that. And then the reverse is, it's okay. So corner cutting, I would overall probably give it to the Aosu WRM just because it has slightly better inner layer corner cutting and slightly better inner to outer layer corner cutting. But the MGC has slightly better outer layer corner cutting than the Aosu WRM. Alright, next, this is pretty quick. Size. I believe that the Aosu WRM is 1 millimeter smaller than the MGC. So yeah. Our next category is speed, and the MGC is quite fast with no setup. This one is not set up. The cube just almost is too fast. I wouldn't say it is too fast. It's a pretty good speed. The Aosu WRM is a bit slower. It was still about the same speed before I set it up earlier today. Before that, it was out of the box. The inner layers, however, you can have just overall max TPS on the inner layers better on the Aosu WRM than on the MGC just because of lockups. Overall, I'm going to give the speed to MGC, though. It's just faster. But, yeah. The next category is stability. Starting off with the MGC. This cube is really fast, and it's decently stable, but I say it needs more stability. The Aosu WRM, on the other hand, is quite stable. So for me, this is an easy W to the Aosu WRM for speed and, or not speed, stability. So yeah, Aosu WRM wins for stability. So overall, I got a better time with the MGC, but I had a better solving experience with the Aosu WRM. My solution was just really bad. So I would overall say that the Aosu WRM is actually the better cube out of these two. Although the MGC is much better value than the Aosu WRM, just because it's like $20 cheaper and you get similar performance. Overall, the top pick would be the Aosu WRM, and the best budget, obviously, is the MGC. Thank you guys so much for watching.